Hey everybody, it's Cooper here and welcome back to another pickup video. Now, there's a lot of stuff to show you guys here, so I'm going to be going a little bit quickly through things, but just understand that's just so that the video is not 40 minutes long, and I know it's going to be long anyway, so just bear with me. But I'm going to insert a clip right here to show you guys a bunch of a t-shirt, some figures, some plushes, and also some strategy guides and different books that I've picked up over the past couple weeks. A lot of this stuff came from the Goodwill outlet. Actually, I think the only item that didn't come from the outlet is the Pokemon origami book. My girlfriend picked that up for me from Michael's, and that was half off of $13, so it was like $6.50 or something. But that was pretty cool. The books were about 25 cents each from the Goodwill outlet, and the figures and the shirt and the plushes and all that were by weight, so they were extremely cheap. 99 cents per pound, most of those things weighing much less than a pound, so there you go. Great deals all around. So now that that's out of the way, one more thing, I also picked up a blue Pac-Man ghost tin that originally held boxers, but I found this at the outlet too. I just forgot to put it in with the other stuff, but that was pretty cool, and it also doubles as a coin bank. It's got a slit on the top cut open. Next is a classic Legend of Zelda puzzle that I got from GameStop for $10.99. Then from Toys R Us, I picked up a green mushroom candy tin. I only had the red ones, and I actually have the original box for the red ones as well. I have 3 of those with the box, but I didn't have any green ones, so that was the last one that they had, which was pretty cool. From the outlet, I picked up Mortal Kombat the album on CD for 25 cents. And then for $2 from a regular Goodwill, I picked up Prince of Persia, the official soundtrack, or the official trilogy soundtrack, I should say. And then also from Toys R Us, I picked up the coin candies with the original box here. I got 3 of them, as you can see, and then the original display box form, which is pretty cool. Also from Toys R Us, I picked up a red Pikmin figure. This is from Series 2-2. This, unfortunately, was the only figure from this entire series that they had, and I think every other one is probably cooler than this one, so he's loose in there. As you can hear, he's not in the plastic where he's supposed to be, but still very cool. Then I picked up a few more memory cards, got a couple GameCube ones here, and another Dreamcast VMU. Always nice. Also from Toys R Us, I picked up the 20th anniversary Manaphy, I think is how it's pronounced. Little figure here with the Pokeball. And then also the plush to go along with that. These are 20th anniversary plushes that are coming out, I think 2 per month. And I'm not trying to get every single one of them. Obviously, I've already missed Mew, which was like one of the first ones. But if I just happen to see them, I'll pick them up. This is my 4th one, I believe. And they're kind of cool, but like I said, not trying to go for a complete set. Some of them are pretty hard to find, even when they first come out. I picked up another GameCube microphone from the outlet, so this was like 5 cents. And I needed this for one of the Mario Party big boxes. I've got both the boxes, no games yet. And I found one microphone previously at the outlet, so this is the second one. And I just need to find Mario Party 6 and 7 now. Also from the outlet, I picked up an original Game Boy. This is to go in the box that I showed you guys, I believe in the last pickup video, maybe the one before that. But I picked up the box, like the complete box with the manuals and everything, off eBay for $25 shipped. And I didn't have a system to put in it that was in good enough condition. All the extra Game Boys I have are missing the screens, or there's something wrong with them. So this one is in much better condition. I still need to clean it up, but it's physically in better condition. And then this will go in that box. Amiibo. Obviously a new wave came out, so I got the full set here. We have Meta Knight, this is from the Kirby series. Then we have King DDD. We have Kirby, of course. And then Waddle Dee, which I think is the coolest one from this set because he's the only one that didn't already have a Smash Brothers amiibo released for him, so that was cool. And then I also picked up the Isabelle winter and summer outfits. And for anyone who's been following me for a while, and maybe they've been keeping track, the original Kirby from the Smash Brothers series is the only amiibo that I'm currently missing out of the entire set. So I'm still looking for the original Kirby amiibo. If any of you guys have one, let me know. Next up are some VHS and a couple DVDs. I picked up a Turtles. This one is Sky Turtles VHS. I've got a bunch of these already. This one actually might even be a double, but for like 10 cents, I can't really, pass it up. All my Turtles VHS are currently in the garage, and I recently got some new shelves, and I'm really close to having like as many shelves as I can fit, unless I build new ones or get wall-mountable ones. So I'm going to be bringing in my Turtles VHS to put on the shelf next to my Pokemon VHS. So I guess I'll find out soon if that's a double. I also picked up another Hot News 64 VHS, and I believe I already have this one, but like I said, it was at the outlet, can't really pass it up. And then this one was really cool to find. I didn't even know that this existed, but there is a Kirby cartoon, and this is Kirby Right Back At Ya. This has 3 episodes, and this is VHS, obviously. But on the side here, you can't really see, but it says, "For promotional purposes only, not for resale. Please return this sample copy to Gold Hill Home Media International," and then it's got an address and a phone number. So, apparently this is like a not-for-resale version, which I don't really think adds anything to it, honestly, but it still was cool to find at the outlet for, 5 or 10 cents. Then also from the outlet, for about 25 cents, I picked up Pokemon Diamond and Pearl DVD. This is number 1, I believe, and it's got 8 episodes, so that was kind of cool. And then from Goodwill's website, I picked up The Legend of Zelda Complete Season on DVD, and this was 99 cents plus shipping, so that was pretty cool. From a regular Goodwill, I picked up Skylanders Swap Force. This is the starter pack for the Wii U, and this is still factory sealed, although the bottom here isn't in the best condition. As you can see, it's got a little piece flopping up here. But this was $7.99, and to get that sealed for $8 is not bad. There is a big Sharpie mark on the front. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm going to do my best to try and get that off without damaging the underside here. And it's got this horrible Target security sticker, which is not going to come off. But $8, I couldn't pass that up. Next are a few things that I got from a local video game store, which I've only been to once, and it was my first time going about a week ago. And it is the best local game store, or actually the best retro game store I've ever been to in regards to pricing. Their selection was extremely small. They had just opened recently, so they didn't really have that much. And honestly, it's more of a Magic the Gathering, Pokemon kind of store. However, they do have a lot of retro game stuff, and the prices are really, really good. For a lot of the stuff that I was picking up, it was like at least half of what they go for on eBay. And I ended up getting a big bundle of stuff and worked out a really good deal. And so I did get some things to sell as well. So after it's said and done, once I sell the things I got to sell, I essentially paid like $13 for everything I got to keep. And there were 43 individual items that I got for myself to keep, which means I paid like 53 cents per item, essentially. And that's how I worked it out when I put it into my spreadsheet for the price paid. So that was very awesome, and I got some really cool stuff. So there was some games, but there was a lot of other things as well. So it's going to be spread out throughout the video. I'm not showing you everything right now. But first up is a Mario Kart Double Dash keychain card here, and it says Game Tip Number 2. And this was marked at $1, but like I said, it worked out to about 53 cents. And he probably had like 20 of these. So I was thinking about going back and trying to pick up the rest, because I tried to look for these online. I couldn't find any on eBay. So they've at least got to be pretty uncommon. I don't know if they're worth that much, but I figured I might as well go back there and pick up the rest of them. They might be cool trade bait or something like that. Then I picked up a little sealed set of Pokemon stickers here. And these are older ones. And like I said, they are sealed, but they're bent a little bit at the bottom there. but that was pretty cool. I picked up a complete set of Mario Kart 64 trading cards. These came from Nintendo Power, I believe, and these are actually pretty expensive to get a complete set. I was looking on eBay. There was no complete sets sold, but the most expensive bundle of them, I think, was a complete set, or it was a near complete set. And the guy was asking over $200, which I think is ridiculous. But it was cool to find these. He was only asking $5 for the entire bag, and obviously there's a big stack of them. And it's cool to have the full set since I am a N64 collector. And some of them, unfortunately, have some weird damage. Here's the back of one. As you can see, it's got some weird damage to it, which looks like it may have been water damage and then pulled apart, which is unfortunate, but it's still cool to have the complete set of those. Not an easy thing to find. And for 53 cents, I really can't complain. And then I got 4 Nintendo brochures here. This one I actually had in my collection before, and that's this GameCube one here. But then these 3 I didn't have, so I got another GameCube one. Then I got this one, the True Gamers 411. It's got Mario on the front, and then it tells you like how to and how not to plug in your systems or clean your games or anything like that. And then the other one here is a Game Boy Advance e-reader pamphlet, which is pretty cool, and it's got a bunch of the cards on the back there. I also picked up this Pokemon Power Bouncer. This is Mew, and this is basically a bouncy ball with a Mew figure in it. And you can get these on eBay for fairly cheap. This one, of course, is still sealed. You can get, looks like there's 11 different ones, at least that's showing on the back of here. But I do know there's more than that because they released like a second wave of them with newer Pokemon. But you can get these on eBay for like 10, 15 bucks shipped, sealed, which is pretty cool. And I would eventually like to go for a complete set of these. I think that would look really cool hanging up on the wall, all in order and everything. So that was awesome. And then just some random stuff here. I picked up a Pokemon memory game from Goodwill. This was $2.99, I believe. That was pretty cool. And then also EA Active More Workouts for the Wii. The big box here is opened, but the game inside is still sealed. And I didn't have this one, so that was kind of cool. This was from the outlet, so this was like 50 cents. And then big box here, also from the outlet. I picked up Guitar Hero 3, complete in the big box here for the Wii. And there was no game in here. It was just the guitar and the cardboard inserts and all that. But I did find a game at the outlet as well. So this by weight, the game was 25 cents, but this by weight was, I don't know what this weighs. This was maybe like $4 or so. So that was really cool. And it's much more than that to try and buy one off eBay with the box. So I was happy to find that. And then if some of you guys may have heard, Nintendo partnered with Vans to release a set of Nintendo shoes, and they also did like t-shirts and socks and stuff like that. But my girlfriend and I each picked up a pair of shoes. She got the Princess Peach ones, and I originally was going to get the Donkey Kong ones because they were lace-up, and I thought they were the coolest aside from the Legend of Zelda ones. But the Legend of Zelda ones were slip-on only, and I wanted the lace-up ones to wear. And I tried on the Donkey Kong ones, and unfortunately they were extremely uncomfortable. I'm not used to wearing Converse or Vans or those type of shoes where they're really like no support. So I ended up not getting the Donkey Kong ones because I wasn't going to wear them. I tried them on and they were just so uncomfortable I knew I wouldn't wear them. So at that point I knew that I was buying them purely for the collection. So I decided to go back and actually get the Legend of Zelda ones. So here's the box that they come in. You guys have probably seen them online. Very awesome. And here is the Legend of Zelda shoe. Very cool. And then on the bottom they say game over. This one says over, the other one says game. And like I said, these are just going to be for the collection since I don't find them to be too comfortable, or at least comfortable enough to wear. And I don't know if I'm going to try and get one pair of each. They're kind of expensive. They were like $65. But because we spent over $100 since we got 2 pairs, we also got this little set of Vans Nintendo pins. which is very cool. If you're going to buy the shoes, definitely ask about these and try and get them. Those are very, very cool. Next up, from one of my favorite local game stores, I picked up a bundle of Odyssey 2 games. And there was one game that I already had, and there was one cartridge-only game which I'm going to be putting up on eBay. But there was a bunch of games here that I didn't have, so these are all going into the collection. First up is Pickaxe Pete, and these are all complete, by the way. And then we have Baseball, and then UFO, and then 3 games here which are actually pretty expensive. The first one is Conquest of the World. Comes in a big box here, and it comes with the cartridge and like a bunch of other stuff. Everything's in here. You can probably hear there's a bunch of crap in there. I've actually had a copy of that before, as well as this one, The Great Wall Street Fortune Hunt. And I've had both of these before, which I found at the outlet, but it was during my time of not collecting, so I sold those. So I was glad to get these back. And the last one here is actually pretty rare, and that is Demon Attack for the Odyssey 2. And I didn't know that this was rare or expensive or anything. I honestly can't find a real value for a complete in-box copy. So if you guys know what this is worth, or how rare this is, please let me know in the comments. But for all the Odyssey stuff, I paid like $35, which is a great price. My friend who runs the store there, he said that one of his regulars came in just needing some quick cash and sold him the Odyssey stuff for $30. And the only reason he even gave him the money is because he knew the guy and wanted to help him out. But Odyssey 2 stuff is not going to sell in his store. So he decided to give me a really good price. He only made like $5 off the deal. But I was happy to add this to the collection. It's not every day that I get to find older stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. And then I also picked up a few cartridges that I needed to complete some N64 boxes. So some of these are coming from that same store where I got the Odyssey stuff. And then 2 of them actually I already had and I didn't realize it. So first one is Ridge Racer 64. And then Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. Needed those to complete the boxes, and I made sure to pick out ones that are not going to need to be upgraded in the future. These ones have perfect labels and everything. And then the 2 that I didn't realize I already had, this one does need to be upgraded, but that's Mario Golf. And what I mean by I didn't know that I already had them is that I will save up better games all year until Christmas time and sell them around then, because they're so much easier to sell and they go for a bit more. And so I had a box of games in my garage, and these just happened to be in there, and I got these long before I got the boxes and manuals. So I was going through the games, getting them prepared and everything, getting them cleaned and tested, and I found them in there, and I was like, hey, I need these. So I didn't know I already had them. The other one is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. So like I said, I already had the boxes and manuals, so those are going to help complete those. And then from the same game store that I got the GameCube pamphlets and stuff, I picked up Star Fox with the manual for the Super Nintendo, and I got the dust sleeve with it and everything. And my girlfriend and I found the box only for this at the Goodwill outlet, so that cost us like 3 or 4 cents. And then this I got for 53 cents. Like I said, that's what it worked out to. So for under $1, I basically got a complete copy of Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, which is very awesome. Next up, I got a few manuals that I needed to complete games. The first one here, the first 2 I picked up off eBay. First one is Pikmin 2. I showed the game in one of my most recent pickup videos, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but there was no manual. And I didn't realize that until I was putting it into the spreadsheet. But I don't remember if I did that before or after I filmed the video, so I don't know if I told you guys. But it was missing the manual, so I was able to pick one up, and this was like $12, I believe. Then the other one is Rocket Robot on Wheels for the N64. I still need the cartridge, I believe, but I had the box already, so got the manual, and that was like $8. And then I did a trade with N64 Guy on Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, you probably have heard of him. He's got a ton of followers, but we did a trade, and I got a couple manuals from him that I needed as well. And I got Namco Museum 64, and also Top Gear Rally. And then he threw in 4 of these 3D printed N64 controller stands. And basically what it is, it's in the shape of a memory card, so it plugs into an N64 controller. Then it has this little tab here, which you can use to hang a controller on the wall, which is very cool. And I don't have any controllers that I would use these for yet, but once I get like the Donkey Kong 64 controller or the Nintendo Power 100, those would be perfect to use these for. So I'm going to hold on to those, and he kind of threw these in for, you know, just like as a free little gift, which was very awesome of him. And then the only other item I got from him, well, he threw in a cartridge of Snowboard Kids to even out the trade a bit, but obviously that's cartridge only, so I'm selling that. But the other item that we traded for, the main item, and it's a GameCube game, so I only have 3 GameCube games here to show you guys, so I'll just move into those. But what I got from him is a sealed copy of Batman, Rise of Sin Tzu, and this is the commemorative lithograph edition. So this comes in a big box, and this is still factory sealed. It's got one little dent right here, which I don't know if you guys can see, but other than that, it's in perfect condition, which is very cool. And these go for like $45-50 sealed, so I was glad to be able to get that. And I traded him a bunch of manuals he was missing for the N64, and also a complete copy of Chibi Robo for the GameCube. So, very cool, and I'm glad to have that one. I did have that in my last collection as well. And then the other 2 GameCube games I picked up for about $0.25 from the outlet is Splinter Cell Double Agent. And then the other one came from the game store where I got Star Fox. And that is Tube Slider, the Championship of Future Formula, which is a game I've never heard of until I saw it there. And so I figured I might as well pick it up, because it's got to be at least pretty uncommon if I've never even heard of it. And it turns out it's like a $15 to $20 game. They had it marked at like $11.99, but like I said, worked out to being about 53 cents. Then I have 3 Wii U games. I guess 4 if you count the Skylanders bundle I already showed you guys. The first one I got from GameStop. Actually, no, I picked this up from Target. And this is one of their pre-owned games they had there, and this was like, it was marked down to like $6.39. That's a complete copy of Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge. And I didn't have this one, so can't really pass it up for $6. And then from Goodwill's website, once again, I got the Legend of Zelda DVD, but I picked up a few other things as well, and that included a sealed copy of Zombie U for about $4, and then for about $6, a sealed copy of Darksiders 2. So, very cool. And then, I guess I'll just show it to you guys since it is the last item I got. Actually, there's 2 more items I got from the Goodwill website. I picked up Marble Saga, Roaring Paw. This is a complete copy, and this was about $4. And then the last time I got from them, which is very, very awesome, for like $5, I got a sealed copy of Final Fantasy IV on the DS. So that was awesome. And I was a little skeptical because the condition was listed as like new, but then in the description they said new sealed package. So I was kind of taking a risk. I don't know if it was a reseal or what, but turned out that all the games that said like new, that said like sealed and packaged, were actually factory sealed. So that was awesome. And you can't beat a sealed Final Fantasy IV for like $5. That was just crazy. So, got a couple other DS games. I picked up a sealed copy of Jonas for 25 cents at the outlet. And then I also picked up a complete copy of Dynasty Warriors DS Fighters Battle, which I already have. And I picked this one up as a double on accident, but it turns out that the case was a condition upgrade, so I guess that works out. And then from one of my other local game stores where I got the Odyssey stuff, I picked up a complete copy of Kid Icarus Uprising for the 3DS in the big box with a stand. These are going for like $40-45 now used, and they had this one marked at $30, but gave it to me for $15. And then in the end, I think it worked out to being a little bit cheaper than that, but that's a great deal for that. Glad to get that one. Then I have 4 original Xbox games here. Nothing too special. These were about 25 cents each from the outlet. Picked up Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, Halo 2 Multiplayer Map Pack, which is a condition upgrade, Siberia, which I believe is also a condition upgrade, and then Rayman Arena, which was cool to find. Then I have a big stack of Wii games here. Nothing too special. These are all coming from the outlet, so they're about 25 cents each, except for the first 2 here. The first one came from the same store where I got the Star Fox game. That is a Monster Hunter 3 demo disc for the Wii. So that was pretty cool. And then this one came from GameStop. I'd never heard of this game, so I looked it up, and it turned out to be pretty uncommon. The cheapest one on Amazon was like $16 plus shipping. I got this for $4.50, and that is Sing 4 the Hits Edition, which is a game I had never heard of, but, you know, I've pretty much seen every game, so when I find something that I've never even heard of before, I generally think that it's got to be at least uncommon, so I'll look it up, and that turned out to be one like that, so that was kind of cool. And then, like I said, the rest of these came from the outlet, so 25 cents each. These are all just filler titles, but I got Pets Cats 2, Samba de Amigo, Just Dance Summer Party. This is an opened one. I think I have one sealed. Showtime Championship Boxing, Rayman Raving Rabbids. That was a condition upgrade. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, London Taxi Rush Hour, a factory sealed copy of Wii Sports, which is kind of cool. Circus Games, Raving Rabbids Travel in Time, Pinball Hall of Fame The Williams Collection, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Winter Sports 2 The Next Challenge, Cabela's North American Adventures, Big Brain Academy Wii Degree, which might be a condition upgrade, Julian Michaels Fitness Ultimatum 2011, Rhythm Heaven Fever, which I only had sealed, so now I haven't opened one, and Barbie Jet Set in Style. Got some PS2 games. Actually, I got a couple PSP games. This one came from the outlet, NBA 2K11, nothing special. But then I got Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins for, once again, like 53 cents from that game store. And that one was complete. He was only asking $5 anyway, and it's like a $25 game. And then some PS2 games. Once again, nothing special in here. These all came from the outlet for about 25 cents. We have Call of Duty Finest Hour, a sealed copy of Ford Racing Off-Road, Soul Calibur 2, Gun, Onimusha Warlords, Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06, and Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. And then we have some PS1 games, and there's actually some pretty good stuff in here. I want to try and save the best for last. Okay, so this was $1.99 from regular Goodwill, Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle. Then for $0.25 at the outlet, Freestyle Motocross McGrath versus Pastrana. Then Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lone Wolf. And then I found all 3 of these at the outlet, but unfortunately no outer box, and those are the collector's editions of all 3 Spyros on the PS1. So these cost me 75 cents for all 3, and I'd love to get the outer case if anyone would happen to have that. It's a long shot, but... And then I picked up Medieval for the PS1, which I picked up a while ago, but this one's a condition upgrade, and I found this at the outlet, so 25 cents, that's an incredible find. And then Resident Evil 3 Nemesis came from the same game store, so this was about 53 cents. And then from the other game store where I got the Odyssey stuff, I picked up a sealed copy of Nectaris Military Madness. Like I said, it's a sealed copy, and I think sealed copies go for like 50, 60. He was asking 20, but in the end I think I paid like 15 or so. And then a couple Genesis games, which came from the same store I got Star Fox. So for about 53 cents each, I got complete copies of Sonic 3D Blast and Sonic & Knuckles, which is very, very cool. The only one I'm missing is Sonic 3, and I know there's a cardboard and a plastic case version. They had the cardboard version there, which I'm probably going to go back and pick up since the prices are so good. I also picked up some Sega CD games, which is cool. I don't really find this kind of stuff that often unless I go to the game stores. But the first three of these actually came from the outlets. These are a little bit heavy. These are about 50 cents each, and the cases are cracked, but I got ESPN Baseball Tonight, FIFA International Soccer, and Joe Montana's NFL Football. So that was cool to find those there. I never see this kind of stuff there, so that was cool. And then the last one came from the game store I got the Odyssey games at, and that is Sonic CD, which is cool. Glad to get this one. And it's even got the foam in there, which is awesome. So next up are Dreamcast games, and I got some pretty good ones here. First one came from the same game store I got Star Fox, and that is Blue Stinger. So about 53 cents on that guy. And then the other four came from the game store where I got the Odyssey games. And if you guys want to know what I pay for this stuff, you can go check out my website. I've got what I paid in there, because I don't remember exactly what it worked out to, but I picked up Phantasy Star Online and Phantasy Star Online version 2. And then I also picked up Record of Lodos War and Chronicles of Pern Dragon Riders. So some pretty good Dreamcast games. And I'm going to try to be picking up more of this kind of stuff. I've kind of decided that after N64 and GameCube, I might try to focus on Dreamcast, because I did that Dreamcast video showing you guys the rare and expensive games, and even the most expensive one isn't even above $200. So I think to get a pretty nice collection going wouldn't be that expensive, so might be shooting for that. From the same game store where I got the Star Fox game, I picked up a big stack of Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance boxes and manuals. A couple of these are missing the manuals, but they have them there, and I'm going to get them next time I go. For some reason, they were not in the boxes. They were with a stack of manuals I looked at, and he told me that the boxes should have the manuals, so I figured the ones I saw were doubles, so I didn't grab them, but I'm going to go back and pick those up. So this entire stack he was asking $25 for, but like I said, works out to about 53 cents per box. So I got, for the Game Boy Color, Mario Tennis. Also for the Game Boy Color, Mario Golf. For the original Game Boy, Game & Watch Gallery. Then the rest are Game Boy Advance. We have Mario Power Tennis. We have Mario Golf Advanced Tour. We have F-Zero Maximum Velocity. And then F-Zero GP Legend. Beyblade G-Revolution. Beyblade V-Force. Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files Tournament Tactics, and Spirit Detective. And all those boxes are in incredibly good condition. Some of them I would say are mint. And the last one here I didn't really want, and it was kind of thrown in for free, but that's Pokemon Chaos Black version, which is a bootleg, a hacked ROM cartridge. I didn't want this box because I'm never going to find the cartridge by itself. And I had the full set of Pokemon bootlegs in my collection before with the boxes and manuals, and that's how I'd like to get them if I do get them again. Just pick up an entire set. I know you can pick them up like that online, so this one I really don't have a use for, but he threw it in for free, essentially. Then I have 3 Super Nintendo games and 1 NES game, and that's going to conclude the video. So, first up, from the store where I got the Odyssey 2 games, got a complete copy of Tasmania, which is in really good condition. Then I also got a complete copy of Monopoly, which is also in pretty good shape. And then, with the plastic still on it, I got the Lawnmower Man. And then the 1 NES game that I have here is, I saved the best for last. So I picked this up for $100 off eBay, which is about $30 less than they go for. However, they're pretty rare. This was the only one posted, and there was only 2 sold. Now there's 3 sold if you count this one, so it's pretty hard to find, and this one is in mint condition with the plastic still in the box. That's a complete copy of Adventure Island 3. So, as you can see, the plastic is still on there, which is very cool. Very glad to get that, and for a decent price too. So, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in checking out a text-based list of my collection, check out the website down in the description. I've got an embedded Google spreadsheet document where I keep track of everything, so you guys can check that out if you want. Also, my Facebook and Instagram are down there. It'd be awesome if you guys would follow me. And thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Hey everybody. If you have made it to this part of the video, you are a true SicCooper fan, and I appreciate it. And because of that, not on purpose, but I accidentally left an item out of the video that is really cool. So I figured I'd put it as a little Easter egg at the end of this video here and show you guys who are true fans. So let's take a look. This is a Mega Man Legends bobblehead that I picked up from the same store that I got the Star Fox stuff at, and it's very, very cool. So there that is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.